So they're starting to open things up a little bit, and people are starting to act a little less stupid, I think is the way I would put it, politely. The rude way to put it would have swear words, but it'd be a little more accurate, I think. But who knows? Anyway, this guy's just going to ride right up my backside. Anyway, my face masks that I try to never wear, I've had the same one since a year ago when they wanted us to take 2 weeks to flatten the curve. I've been wearing those since then, or I've been carrying those because I don't wear them. But they're in the Pathfinder. Mama took the Pathfinder today. It kind of surprised me. Come out, I've got the Prius, which I don't mind. I love this car. It's a fantastic automobile. But anyway, I'm going somewhere today, and I'm doing something, and I'm going to talk about that right now. So what's going on is, according to Great Clips, you have to have 10 inches. According to the girl I talked to on the phone this morning, you have to have 12 inches. I think I'm past both of those. So I am going to go in this morning. Matter of fact, I'm on my way there now. I'm going to go to Great Clips, who I don't normally use. I'm going to get my regular haircut that I haven't had 3 years, and I'm going to whack all this shit off. It has been driving me crazy. I was talking with my uncle. We stopped to grab a bite and have some coffee and BS for a little bit, and we're over there at Donna Kay's, and I'm showing him some of the pictures that I took. The old pictures, the family photo pictures from all the way back in the early 1900s, late 1800s even. Anyway, I'm showing him that stuff, and there's a picture of me that I found in all of that stuff in my grandpa's backyard, and my hair's all put, well, here you can see it. I just didn't slick it back that day, but back then that was kind of a style thing. And yeah, you know. He said, oh man, you were a goofy kid. He goes, now the haircut you've got right now, this one, you know, he says, I can see you wearing that until you're 90. That's you. And I was like, no, it's not. No, it is not. And we're standing there when we left, we're standing there by his truck talking, and I'm facing west and he's facing east, and the wind is blowing, and then it started blowing to the back, and none of this stays in the ponytail, and it started blowing my hair in my face. I hate that. I can't drive with the windows down. It's just aggravating, right? I hate that. So okay, fine, the wind's blowing to the back of my head now. I walked around and I traded places with him, and we kept talking. We never skipped a beat, and it started blowing to the back of my head again, and I don't know. Oh God, I'm just so tired of it. So anyway, I think, and we're going to find out right now, but I think I've got more than 12 inches there. And if I can donate this, that's the whole reason I grew it out in the first place. Well, the reason was twofold. Number one, Gabe has long hair, and I kind of was trying to provoke him to get it cut, because if Dad's got long hair, that's not cool, right? So that didn't work. He's like, yeah, whatever. I think he knew I'd give it up eventually. The other reason is my wife started growing her hair long, and so she was going to donate it, and that's cool. She's got really heavy, thick hair that's kind of curly. It's pretty. She's got pretty hair. Anyway, well, that's cool, you know. Well, she got it out long enough and then had it slightly trimmed, just, you know, a little bit taken up. And I like my hair long. I'm going to keep it that way. Okay. So I always kind of felt like the cancer patients got gypped out of a wig. So the hope was that Gabe would give up, get a haircut, get a real job and all that stuff, you know. But also, if that didn't work, and it hasn't, that's fine. I can donate it, and they can make a pretty wig. I've got really pretty hair. I've got hair that's way prettier than a man should have. And I don't think it should ever be long enough that he can see how pretty it is. But, I do have really pretty hair, so it's very straight. There's a lot they can do with it, I think. And then now it's really, really long. But it doesn't suit me to have long hair at all. I don't like it at all. It's this anyway. We'll get into the parking lot here, and I'll flop this down so you can see how it looks. And then I'll go in and see if she can cut it all off. That's going to be nice. That is going to be nice. Man, I like this car. Oh, man, I like this car. There's great clips. It's one of those things you pass by it all the time and you don't really realize it because I don't use them. But they do the charity haircut thing, and it didn't occur to me until I just said that way. They do the charity haircut thing. I don't know if I have to pay for this. I assumed that I would have to pay for it, and I'm fine with paying for it. Matter of fact, I might throw in a little extra cash to help with the doing if I can, a little bit of a donation. How's that sound? Sounds like a good idea. Now, talk about hair. The girl has bright red hair, and I don't mean like Irish red. I mean like you can see it's wet. That's why it looks like that. It's still wet, which is good. That'll help them cut it, I think. But all right, let's go in there and see what we can get done, huh? Be back in a minute. Well, there you go. Let's face reality there. You don't ever get a great haircut at Great Clips. You get an okay haircut. But yeah, I had 14 inches ish, and she needed 12. And I think honestly, because the charity website says they need 10 minimum, she's got way more than what she needs there, and I had way more than what I wanted, so I am so stoked. I also bought a bottle of hair gel. I haven't used hair gel since, oh man, the late 90s. I don't know. I quit using this stuff. I don't need it because I comb my hair over like this every single day. I've got to the point, I was at the point where I just come out of the shower and brush it over and let it dry that way, and it stays, I don't have to put stuff in it. Well, now it all wants to go straight back, so it's part of the reason it looks a little goofy, I think. But I don't mind that. Short on the sides. I can wear a ball cap again. I couldn't wear a ball cap with that ponytail business going on. You can't wear a ball cap and have it fluttering around. I can ride my motorcycle and not worry about my hair getting tangled. Oh man, this just feels so much better. I'm gonna go home. I always take a shower right after I get a haircut. Wash all the hair off. Usually you got to do a little bit of tuning on the sideburns and stuff. This is usually I get a haircut like once a month, so this is when your jolly places on its whatever, man. So this is like when I trim my eyebrows and get into my nose hair and all that crap. I haven't done any of that in a while because I haven't had a haircut in 3 years. But dang, the haircut, the hair gel was like $30-something. Whoa, almost $40 for that whole thing. Now it's like almost $30, 20-something on their price schedule. I think it was $26 to have long hair cut. It's $13 to keep this right. So cool. Well, that was the first thing I did out away from the house this morning, and I'm going to go back and get a shower, and then I'm going to show you something I bought. You guys probably know I sold the little red bike. I've missed that thing. I really enjoyed that bike. I think that's probably, out of all the motorcycles I've owned, that's probably my favorite out of all of them. I liked that one the most. But having to shift around, we need to be able to tow a trailer. Spoilers, sweetie. It's not a very good Alex Kingston, is it? Yeah, I think that's her name. She plays River Song on the Doctor Who series. Anyway, spoilers, sweetie. Anyway, I bought a pickup. Go back home. I'm going to get cleaned up a little bit, try this hair gel out the right way, and see how it comes out. And I'll catch up with you in the front yard. Doesn't that just look 100 times better? It looks like I'm ready to sell propane and propane accessories. Oh, geez. Well, there you go. Got the haircut. Went right back to the old routine, slicked it all up with hair gel, and used just a brush and combed it over and let it stay slick. And as soon as it dries out, it's kind of going to hold like that, you know. And that's that. No more long hair for a while, I hope, anyway. I don't want to do that again anytime soon. I love this weather, man. The cold wind blowing and the clouds going and all that. But anyway, yeah, sold the little red bike. Kind of miss it. No, don't kind of miss it. I miss that bike. I like that thing. Got this. Been fighting with this. But I got it for cheap. I got it for about $4,000. Done a lot of work to it. I'm gonna roll some pictures in here while I'm talking. Done a lot of work to it. Whole new ignition system, coil, wires, spark plugs, a distributor cap, a new rotor, all that. Went through. It's got brand new fuel injectors. I didn't do that. Neighbor Tyler did. We did that on a trade. So yeah, we did all that. The whole front end, it got a new tie rod, new ball joints, new everything. It got new bearings, new hubs, got new seals in the front axle. Tyler did all that. Took it to Bobby, and he did it first, and then we dropped it off of a granite ledge up in the mountains and wrecked the front end of it. All that brand new stuff, that's like $500 gone. Trashed that out. So Tyler went through and replaced all that. Resealed the transmission pan, which was leaking. We did that on a trade out. We're both of us happy with the trade out, I think. So that's going to be good once we wrap that up to the completion. He also in that installed a new tow hitch. Like I said, I'm running some pictures here. Love it. Got a 7-pin wire connector for the trailer so I can run trailer brakes. He also installed a trailer brake controller. So trailer that I'm looking at is about $9,000. Gonna get that. Probably use our Bidenus Pervertus free COVID money to get that. It is a bit chilly out here. Anyway, this is a 2001 Dodge Ram 1500. Very cool truck. Very cool truck. 4-wheel drive. And we're going to kind of put some overload stuff in the rear suspension coming up, a transmission intercooler to help keep it cool. Also, I just bought yesterday all of the stuff to make the air conditioner work again. It doesn't work. That's why I got it so cheap. Anything that you find like this, yeah, anything even remotely like this truck, they want just a mint for it. You're going to spend $10,000 as a minimum. So the engine and the transmission are solid. The engine runs real good. It doesn't have any major problems. It just had that ignition misfire going. We fixed that completely. It fires on the first crank now, and that's just too cool. So yeah, it just fires on the first crank. You don't even have to try. It's running so smooth. Big problem with a truck like this, I'm getting like 8 miles to the gallon around town. I'm getting 13 to 15 on a trip out of town, you know. All this stuff we're looking at here is child's play. I didn't even put it in 4-wheel drive for coming up the road, you know. That was all in 2 high. But you put it in 4 low, and it won't do 25 miles an hour in 4th gear. It's a 4-speed automatic transmission, right, with an overdrive. So it's just it's 3-speed with an overdrive. It's a 4-speed transmission, but it is programmed to run overdrive on the 4th gear. But it just, in 4 low, it just straight up just crawls. And that's the thing Tyler was saying after he drove it a little bit. He says, you're not going to win any drag races in that thing. And I'm like, yeah, I know. That's not what it's for, you know. The point is low end grunt, we can tow with it. So it's good for 8,500, I think, factory. We're going to upgrade it a little bit. It'll be capable of towing 10,000 pounds. And that's what I want. I want a long trailer. Eventually the trailer is going to get like a little apartment in the front and the wall separating in the back. I'll have a place to tie a couple of motorcycles down, go on some road trips, maybe do a little off-road 4-wheel driving, light duty stuff, but take motorcycle and that kind of stuff down the road. That's the plan. But yeah, this thing's actually it's been pretty cool. Did all new shocks, new power steering pump. The thing we did where we dropped it ruined the front end of this. The thing where we ruined the front end, it also burned up the brand new power steering pump that I had in it. Aggravation. So last night I was going to change that out, and again, neighbor Tyler, man, God bless the guy. He stayed out there with me, and he did the bulk of the work. I can't tell you how much I appreciate the guy. But yeah, we got that done, and it doesn't whine anymore. So hooped out a brand spanking new power steering pump. Let's go look in the bed real quick. I'll show you what Rob got me. So here's the bed of the truck. Rob had this sitting in the back. Somebody got rid of it, and he had it through his company. They gave it to him, and that thing's kind of nice. I'll tell you what, it takes up a lot of the bed. I really wasn't keen on, tighten this up. Okay, there we go. I wasn't super keen on a short bed truck. Oh, you didn't, John. We really wasn't all that keen on a short bed truck. But I saw this and I don't know. It looks like something I might want to drive. You know, it doesn't look terrible. I kind of like the look of it. I never cared for this body style. I didn't think it looked very good. Yeah, I got the box for free, which is the best price, right? For $20, I got the lock in the mail. Off of Amazon, I think. So, very cool. I've got a come along down there, 2 sizes of hitches with different drops. I've got a toolbox with some basic tools it's going to have in it. Right now it doesn't have anything. Some rope, a few things in there, fluids for, topping off if something leaks. I always keep a tire puncture repair kit in my vehicles, and I also always keep that steel bond stuff. I don't know what you call it. It's that putty epoxy. It's a 2-part. It's in a tube. You can patch all kinds of stuff with that. So I always keep that. That's been pretty good. That'll go in. I'm still building this up. I got snow chains. The ones I bought for the Pathfinder, I think they'll go on these tires. I don't know. I haven't tried it yet. Just put it in 4 legs. Shouldn't really need them. But anyway. Let me show you the inside of the truck itself. It's pretty cool. Alright, so this is what I really like about it. You got full access, right? Just fantastic. These seats pop up and it slides up and it folds into the back and you can put stuff in there. And I really like that. Can't sleep in the back of it really, but I'm gonna be doing something about that. I'm gonna use some EMT. I'll use some EMT and I'll get a pipe bender. I've got a pipe bender actually. And what I'll do is I'm gonna make hoops for the back that I can put a tarp over it. That's gonna be really cool. You can put all kinds of camping gear in here. I still have room in the box in the back of the bed. So, we get this thing where it's running right. It's going to be my daily driver. Instead of having something like the Pathfinder that's really expensive for insurance on this, I think it's $100 a year, $120 a year PLPD. If I wreck it, I'm out. That's all there is to it. But the truck's only worth, I think, $6,000 on the Blue Book, and that's what the insurance is going to go by. So, oh well. Anyway, I thought I'd show you that. Start making videos again. I've been off 3 months. I think it's been about 3 months, yeah, because this is March. I think Christmas was the last real video I made. You like my mask? I got to go get some shoes today, so frustrating. I went and got my hair cut, and they say, oh, you have to have a mask. Yeah, no. I don't usually leave it that long on the top, but I was worried that it's been going straight back for so long that I was worried it would be unmanageable if it was any shorter. But anyway, yeah, really digging this thing. Had to replace the step bumpers because when we drove it off the dill, it crushed them. Bent the body just a little bit too. Bent a member of the frame. That's been straightened back out. Put new bars on there. I like those. They look right with this truck, and for what I'm gonna do with it, they're just about right. That's what I need. I don't even use them to step up into the truck, but what I do is I use them to step down, and it just makes getting out a little bit easier. I'm gonna reupholster this seat. The interior, the dash is all cracked. That's kind of common on these trucks. Let me show you that. Yeah, see, that seat needs to be reupholstered. That's lower there, you can see. The dash on these is famous for cracking. It's underneath this thing, it's all terrible. And it's starting to crack other places because I've been pushing around on it. I love this cup holder. This is this is just too cool. The only problem with it is it's kind of hard to reach it when you're sitting up here, but I like it. I like that. It's got the aftermarket stereo. The originals in these died pretty quickly. Dodge, Chrysler are not known for their wiring, but it's an 01. It's just a really basic set of gauges. You can't turn off the thing. There's no temperature setting except for just that, and right now that doesn't work at all, but I've got all the parts coming. I think I've got all of the parts coming for that. But yeah, I like this thing. It's pretty cool. I'm not a truck guy. The last guy had a stereo system in this, and that's all It's like, whatever. It's the what do you call those things? The amplifier. It's all missing. There's 2 wires back here that just hanging out. They've been disconnected under the frame. I wasn't even all that worried about it. I was just going to cap it. And neighbor Tyler was looking at that. There's our trailer brakes. That's going to be cool. Getting that going where that works. But yeah, right now that hot air blows all the time. But yeah, it's been pretty, I'll not lie, it's been pretty frustrating. All the stuff that was wrong, we started getting it going. I'm getting impatient, you know. I'm really getting impatient. I want the dang thing going. And then I broke it again. I had to do a bunch of stuff over, but it's starting to finally come together. It's turning out to be a really cool truck. They hit something with it. That's why the bumper's a different color. Underneath, the condenser coil for the air conditioner is all smashed up. So I'm changing out the sediment pot. I'm changing out the orifice tube, and I'm changing that out. There's that receiver we talked about. Tyler did a spectacular job on that. I think it was great. Can't wait to tow something with it. I don't think I've ever towed with a personal vehicle. I don't think. But I've towed a lot of stuff for work. Pretty cool setup. I really like this thing. Show you something here. I picked the backdrop on purpose. You can't really see it all that well, but let me zoom in here. This is cool. This is really cool. That is the Kern Canyon that we're looking at back there. Yeah, it's a beautiful day out. We're off of Comanche and Breckenridge. Right over here, right over in there, there used to be 2 burned out cars, and we'd go in there and shoot. Man, I shot tens of thousands of rounds, probably hundreds of thousands of rounds of 22. You can see where people dump stuff out here. That's not cool, you know? But what are you gonna do? Man, if I could keep the horizon in the middle of the shot, right? There you go. That's, hang on. There we go. Yeah, it's pretty windy today. So, anyway, there you go. That's the new character in the skit. That's the guy that we're rolling with now. Like I said, I miss that little red bike. But I don't ride as much now. I still ride the Harley occasionally. It does okay. It's a bike. That's, you know, and it was Grandpa's bike. It is a cool looking bike, I'll say that. But yeah, I've been getting along with this thing, except for where I've wrecked it, dropped it, damaged it, messed it up. And for what I'm wanting to do next, it's going to be the ticket. I'm off this week and cleaning out the garage. I kind of just took a day off. It's Thursday today. I've been on it for 4 days now. I'm just tired. Jump back in it a little bit this afternoon and jump back in it hard tomorrow. Hopefully wrap up cleaning out the garage and start. We've already started on the inside of the house, getting it cleaner and hauling a bunch of junk off. The house was just full of trash, you know. I hate that, but it's the way it is. So the boys have been a big help. Just trying to do some spring cleaning, I guess. I guess that's what you'd call it. Anyway. Oh, I got a good one for you too. Buddy Daniel got me going on Robinhood stock trading, and this morning in like the first 10 minutes I was awake, I made like $20-something on GME. Decided to take my winnings, and instead of going to the moon, I'm gonna go to Cane's and get some chicken tendies. But yeah, I've been trading the stocks on that. That's kind of a cool setup. You can do it on the phone. It's like playing a game, you know. But you tie it to your account, and you can drop money in it as you want. And I like that. That's kind of neat. So I've been playing with that, really enjoying that. If you're not doing that, you might check it out. Money is becoming less and less valuable. So as things progress, you're going to kind of want to own companies, stock. I don't know what I don't know how you say it. It's a tangible thing. You know, you have real assets there. Unless the company goes bankrupt, then you lose everything. But interesting point on that, like the Black Friday stuff back in the 20s when the stock market crashed and the Great Depression started going and all that stuff. The people that just hung on to their holdings, you know, a few years later, they had 95% of it back. It came back, you know, it took them a while, but some of the companies, and that's why you want to be diversified. Don't take this as advice. I don't know what the hell I'm doing, and you should not listen to me, but yeah, in my estimation, you ought to have your stuff spread out a little bit. That way, if a company goes down, boop, you lose a little bit. You don't lose the whole thing. So that's just kind of the way I'm rolling with it, but it's a lot of fun. Yeah, a lot of stuff going on. Kids are getting ready to go back to school. For reals, go back to school. I think that's good. They need to. They need to be out and about and seeing other kids. This garbage, people are getting less and less. I think we all know at this point, you know, what do they say? Socialism ideas so good that you have to be forced into them. The thing is if COVID was really a thing, you wouldn't need to be incentivized to get a vaccine. You wouldn't need a donut. You wouldn't need a social pat on the back. You wouldn't need that little bit of social credibility, social credit, you know. You wouldn't need all that. You'd be scared shitless and you'd want the vaccine. You'd want to wear a mask. You'd isolate yourself, but we're not. None of us are doing it any more than we absolutely have been told we have to, because it's not a thing. You're not seeing carts rolling down the street. Bring out your dead. Bring out your dead. It's just not happening. And, you know, there are people who have problems, and we need to protect those people as best we can, but we can't shut the whole world down over something like that, you know. We're not worried about a lot of other problems that are way more serious in that way. We're not shutting the world down for diabetes. And believe me, you probably got a lot bigger problem with diabetes than you got with COVID. Anyway, what the hell do I know? Well, good talking with you guys. I just got done at the dump. I hauled off a couple of workbenches. I'm getting ready to go home, and like I said, kind of hit it a little bit, but not really that hard. And I just wanted to drop in, make a video. I'm still alive. I haven't died. I didn't catch the coof and pass away. Not yet, anyway. But too cool. Tried to make a video the other day on the Harley, and the camera just won't behave. So that's another thing. I got to get this phone talking to those cameras. I just bought a new phone. This is the, you're watching me on the Note 20 Ultra. Pretty cool. Pretty cool. They're saying the Note 21 is going to be the last Note. I don't know how true that is. We'll see. But anyway, I think that covers it all. I'm going to go home. I'm going to go home and have a cup of coffee or tea or something and warm up a little bit. It's chilly out here for me. I like this. It's just fantastic. It's freaking beautiful. All right, guys. Wherever you are, whatever you're doing, I hope you're doing good. Stay safe out there.